Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rafecal. We're jumping right back in to Zelda, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. This is the Game Boy. This is the color version, but this is the Game Boy Zelda. One of my favorites from when I was a kid. One of my favorites overall. I think it's got some unique stuff to it that you don't really see elsewhere in the Zelda series. And this dungeon is among the coolest designs that I can think of among Zelda dungeons. Um, so the whole premise of this dungeon is that there are four pillars, and you have to carry this bowling ball around and knock them down. Now, the cool part with this is it requires this really unique sense of 3D space as far as these games go. I still don't understand how these work. Now, I actually have a slightly better idea than I used to, at least. Because it was pointed out that they move in an L pattern. In the new game, they actually have like spots you have to throw them onto, and it makes sense. I've never understood the logic behind them in this. So you just end up throwing them randomly and hoping that they work. Okay. Got the map. So this is what I was talking about with the 3D space concept. This game, or this level, is one of the only Zelda levels where you can drop down between floors. And especially in this game, there's not a lot of opportunities for stuff like this. It's an old enough game that it makes sense that it would be feel this like really unique. The other thing that this one lets you do that I don't think has happened in another Zelda game at all is the it requires you to stand on the pegs. And this boss is annoying. Just for the record. Joy. That actually reminds me, we do need to fall on the right side ledge at some point. Stone Beak. Actually, we can go across here with the hook shot. Once again, you can stand on the pegs by jumping off a ledge. I'm not sure why I've always found that to be such a cool concept, but I really, really like it. You know what, we're gonna do this and see if we can just kill this guy really quick. That's a one-way, isn't it? Yep. And that's gonna be a one-way by the time we leave the room and come back. And you can probably start to see why this is, we'll go with confusing dungeon at times. There's a lot of interaction that's required where you have to have everything in a certain state. Good. Compass is good. Also, this dungeon has Kirby in it randomly. And he's terrifying. He will eat you. Again. Okay. So we needed to set those cards so that the treasure chest appears. If the treasure chest appears, then you can use the hook shot to cross there. And since we've already put the ball in position, we can use that to then go knock down the tower. Like I said, there's a couple layers to this one that are just odd. Where you really have to think in, more dimensions than you normally do in these type of games. And I'm pretty sure we want it back over on the other side now. Like over here. Oop. So we need to carry this up and over into this room. And then throw it across, I believe. And then go all the way around again. So it should be down here. So now we have to go all the way around back to that chamber. Which... see if this does it. Should do it. Leave this room for the 700th time. I'm sure there's a route where you don't have to, you can do where you don't have to do this repeatedly, but that requires an even additional layer of thinking beyond where I was already at. Okay, gimmick 1 done. So now we can take the stairway up and we'll be good. Which is over there, but to get there we need to go down and then back up and around. And we're still missing keys, which we need to go up and then back down over here. I think. Yeah. That's not what I was trying to do. Let's see, I think this is gonna be a Dodongo fight. Again, we can jump down onto the pegs rather than having to just lower them. I think we have to kill all of them in one round. There we go. I believe first instance of Skull Kid. Wow. I feel like there should be more to this level than this. But We'll see. Because the Nightmare Key's right there. Like, there's a bunch of areas I didn't actually explore yet. I'm just kind of hoping it doesn't require us to actually do a bunch of, Yeah, I think we're actually good. That hurts. It's a really, really rough fight normally, but with level 2 sword and and the red tunic, we're just making short work of him. And Organ of Evening Calm. Okay. That was dumb. No! So we actually need to still be up on Tall Tall Heights. Is there a faster way to get out of the water over here? Yes. So we've got one dungeon left. I think we're gonna see if we can make our way back in that direction. I did not want that. Okay. So this requires you to have the hook shot. Some monsters put Marin up there. We're gonna save her. So we find out that Marin sang her song, even though waking the windfish might mean making the island disappear. Which is this really, I mean, Marin in general is this really interesting character compared to a lot of, I mean, Zelda's great, but Zelda's not known for its amazing character work. Like, there are some good characters in Zelda, but it's not the, like, highlight of the series. I think Marin is probably one of the most complex Zelda characters out there. This whole, like, there's a lot of just this really deep exploration there of the idea of freedom and like it's this kind of like, is it worth the risk vibe of, you know, she wants more than anything to be free. But it goes this kind of dark place with the whole idea of, is the, if the windfish wakes, does that, and she's free, does that actually mean she's free, or does she disappear? That fight's a lot cooler in the new version. Okay. That takes us to level 8, Turtle Rock. So, we're going to wrap up here. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.